Hi there, Mitch, the ultimate multi-instrumentalist. Oh, I can say that. Here, talking about the oboes, particularly for those who are taking method classes and stuff. Alright, so I like to talk about how to hold the instrument. So here's an oboe, and this is how I do. Well, okay. But you can't tell what the heck I'm doing here. So, probably left hand is a little bit less problem than right hand. And oboe is a very unnatural instrument. The thumb, it goes over here, index finger goes right there. And then still we have to turn this way and then put the entire weight of the instrument onto this thumb. And so it's very uncomfortable. What I do is my thumb is this way, not this way. And if you do this way, seems like this is good, but this causes a lot of problems actually later. Because as you turn, you're going to be doing this. Your wrist needs to be as straight as you can. So what I do is I put the thumb hook right here, right there on the nail, rather than the side of my thumb. Do you know what I'm saying? So like this. And then just move this thing a little bit this way. This is easier. And then I've seen this thing many times who do this, go like this, and then pushing this key right here, this side key, and not really closing this key and causing lots of problems. So your first finger, right hand first finger, should be away from this key. And there's a specific reason for that key later. And you're not going to use that key that often. So you shouldn't be touching that. So, do you see how I'm doing it? This right here. So, right on the nail, and probably like a nail in the flesh somewhere around there. That's where the thumb hook is going to go. Like that. And that. And then your fingers need to be relatively curled. Not like this. Okay? And that's the same thing with both hands. And then naturally, on the left hand, so your thumb is going to be underneath this key. By the way, this is called an octave key, and more specifically, first octave key. This is second octave key on the side. So first octave key. You're not going to push that right now. Okay. So if you form your left hand position, well, naturally it goes like this. It doesn't go like that, you know. So naturally go like this if you curl your fingers, and then my thumb, do you see that it's actually not going flat like this? So make sure that you're not going like that. Or some people go like that. It's look very uncomfortable. Do you see? So all these fingers need to be curled, and see if you can see. Do you see they're curled? Do you see that? And so they need to be curled like that. Okay. And then eventually, well, I talk more about that later probably. When you push this octave key, so how do you push that? Basically kind of using the motion that you would turn the doorknob. And like this finger becomes kind of pivotal point. And go like that. So it's not up and down motion with this goes up and down. It's not like that. It's this. Do you see I'm turning? Okay. So that's a hand position for the oboe. And unfortunately, oboe is still, I consider that the oboe is still under development. It needs to go through at least another makeover. And that may happen anytime in the near future, I'm hoping. But meanwhile, we got what we got. And we got to work with what we got. And some really unreasonable fingerings. And if you teach your students, I wouldn't go too crazy about those fingerings, and leave the instruction of those difficult fingerings to some private instructors. I think it's a good idea to just leave that, and you as a band director or orchestra director shouldn't have to worry about it. Okay. Which is actually specific. Let me tell you about that. Right here. So this key is from the bottom joint, right there. That key, that's a notorious one. Try to reach that with a pinky is really difficult, because as you try to reach this, and if you don't have a nice and curled fingering, These two, do you see the holes? They may uncover like that. So if you have like this kind of hand position, like a stretch hand position, there's no way that you can actually reach over this thing. So you go like that. Then do you see that it will kind of uncover the holes? So that's why you want to keep your fingers curled. Okay. So and then also here we do this thing called half hole. Okay. And we do this kind of movement, and this needs to be slid like that, not lifting up in the replace. And I've seen many students actually learn, particularly when you close this thing, lift up and close like that. That's a very bad habit. So hopefully your students won't learn to do that. Okay? Alright, so that's how you hold the instrument. Okay, and this is Mitch, the ultimate multi-instrumentalist, signing off. Bye-bye.